Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Jones. Quick throw to Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Bill Baker with a pick, and the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the turnover, here's Murray. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. On play action, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, Dom Maggio out to punt. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Extra receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Seven, our score after 1. So in the Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And Jones going to keep once more. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give them a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. D Ford showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After that sack, third and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones to throw on third down. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now, think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams. When a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Miles Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off-play action. Jones on the move to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, Marty, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 26 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Off the play fake, Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break, Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Murray going to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in the stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Murray going to run on the option. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. But I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
23 yards, the final tally. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship, that's up and good. And the lead now 3 touchdowns and 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. And Isabella from 8 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Blankenship out for the point after. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jones fakes the give to Barkley, and he's taken down back at his own 7. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, he'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. Man open, it's Toney. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, 69 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep it.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Catch made here by Campbell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start on the ground here, and Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Denzel Perryman with a sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got to the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On third down, Jones. Got an open man. That's Campbell. He's got the 1st down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And my goodness, another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably and feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, They got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Paris Campbell from 10 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Blankenship's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little bit. I think he's able to get up there.
That empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they're moving.